Charlie Heaton, welcome to the show. Finally, we're meeting and talking.
5 seasons.
You were so great in the show, and I want to get into all things Stranger Things. There's a trend on the internet now. 2026 is 2016. Right? It's the new 2016. And people are showing photos of what they were doing in 2016. And I was wondering, did you do that trend?
I, unbeknownst to myself, might have done that trend. Yeah, maybe.
You're not really on the social...
So I'm not, no, I'm not. I don't do social media, so I don't... Yeah, that's not really... I don't really know the trends. But what is the trend?
So
we share...
you just show basically what you did in 2016.
And what's the point?
That you existed in 2016.
Okay, I did.
You did exist,
I did.
But you brought us, you're doing the trend right, we're about to do it right now. You brought us a photo that you took in your dressing room in 2016, and then a photo that you took recently.
Well, yeah, kind of. Yeah, so that is my first ever day on set. 2016, I think it would have been like October. And then this was my last ever day on set, which was...
Ouch!
Yeah.
What do you remember about this guy?
Man, I remember being terrified of this haircut. I literally, you go in, they were excited, they go, that's my hair, by the way, so they bowl cut me.
You have a full bowl cut.
Yeah, and I think it was like, I was almost like sending it to my dad. He's an 80s, he was in the 80s. I was like, Dad, check this out. You're gonna love this.
Yeah, it's so 80s. And what do you remember about this guy?
Man, he was really sad.
Was he?
He was really sad, yeah.
Was that your last day of filming?
Yeah, that was the last day. So I guess at this point, I think spoilers are thank you. Yeah, cheers. Spoilers are fine, I guess. This was the rooftop scene that we shot with Maya and Joe and Natalia. Yeah,
it was so sweet and so good. I got to say, your scene with Natalia, with Nancy, the breakup scene.
Yes, yeah.
Was fantastic.
Thank you.
That was good. Yeah. That was some great acting right there, bud.
Yeah, thanks, man. That was that was a gift of a scene. You know, we our reading of that, we get to read about 6 months before. You know, we do the final table read of those episodes, and me and Natalia were sat across from each other, and we're reading this scene, and we read the first line, "I hate the clash," and everyone went still. We both looked up, and we were like, "Wow!" And we go through the scene, and we get to the unproposal. And it was just, the writing, it was really beautiful.
The unproposal, that's right.
The unproposal, yeah.
Yeah, I saw online a lot of people were confused. They didn't understand what this...
There was an online discourse, and it kind of confused me, because I was like, well, why didn't people understand it's a breakup? And then I kind of remembered that, like, a lot of the audience are pretty young.
Yes, they're very young, yeah. But it is, it's one of the best breakup scenes, and
Thank you.
Speaking of season 5, by the way, Jonathan and Steve are really competing for Nancy's attention, and a lot of people freaked out that you were the one that saved Steve's life.
Yeah.
Come on, bud.
Come on.
You saved his...
Finally.
We actually have a video of a group of fans' reaction in theaters when this happened. Take a look at this.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
That's how you do it.
Wow, come on. Oh, yeah.
What do you think of that when you read that in the script?
It was just a sweet moment. I mean, me and Joe were so close, we've been so close for so many years. So to have that together, it was like, finally, Jonathan gets like a moment. Oh, for all the teams, I love Team Steve, by the way. I am a bit more Team Steve, but for all those people, it was like, finally they can give Jonathan like credit for like one good thing.
No, you're so good. You can take great pictures. He's really a talented photographer.
Yes, great.
You're friends with Joe Keery in real life.
Yes.
And in fact, his band, Joe, last year released a song called Charlie's Garden.
Yes, they did. Yeah, amazing album.
It's a great album.
Amazing album.
He's a good dude.
Great song.
Is there a connection with Charlie's Garden? What's your garden?
Yes, there is. So, filming in Atlanta is where we shoot the show, and I bought this property, and it has this beautiful, like, long, meandering garden, and I bought it off a master gardener. This guy was, he was kind of like Bilbo Baggins, and I'm not joking. Like, when I bought the property off him, he, like, left with, it felt like he was leaving with a stick on his shoulder, But I inherited this beautiful, beautiful garden. So during filming, that's kind of where we all hang, you know, all of the cast. And we just had...
You all live together?
Yeah, well, Joe lived at the back of my garden, and I lived in the house. Not in... He had a property.
Like in a tent?
They touched each other.
Oh, yeah.
Joe lived in a tent in the back of my garden.
That was nice.
Morning,
you
Joe.
bring him food? Yeah, that's so
Yeah.
sweet of you.
Yeah, here's a coffee. Yeah, and it was about our time spent there. The thing is about that garden, though, it's full of mosquitoes. So it's like, although it sounds idyllic and beautiful, in reality, you're just getting bit and you're just like, should we go in? Yeah. Should we get out of your garden?
Certain time. I got to say, in the final battle against the Mind Flayer, you get to use a flamethrower.
I do,
And
yeah.
this is, come on, this guy. What was that like? Who came up with that idea?
I like how cool it looks. Like in that shot, it looks really cool.
Yes.
So essentially, I think there's always been this competition throughout every season. Obviously, Nancy gets amazing, right? She gets all the guns and all the weapons.
She's badass, yeah.
She's a badass. She's amazing. But every season, where all the boys are trying to compete for a weapon, you know, like Finn's always like, when am I going to get a weapon? And same, it was like, am I ever going to get a weapon?
You never had a weapon?
Not really. There's a scene in season 2 where Finn has a candlestick, and it's the end of 2 where 11 saves the day, and all the demo dogs come in, and Finn has a candlestick, and everyone's got a weapon. Nancy's got a shotgun. I've got nothing. And I saw a meme of it, and the meme was like, "What is Jonathan gonna do? Like, kill the bats with his glaze, with his stare?"
Hey, stare it to
Yeah,
death.
with his like brooding stare. So.
That's your weapon.
Yeah, it was
oh
just
my
like,
God.
So this season came around, and the question came up of like, what's going to happen this season? And Russ was like, dude, man, you're going to get a flamethrower. It's going to be sweet, dude. And that's how they talk. You know.
You're doing the double.
Yeah, he was like, no, it's really sweet. So all season, I'm excited about getting to the flamethrower moment because it's going to be really sweet. But in reality, think about it. There's nothing to do. There's no flames. There's nothing coming out of this thing. So you've got to try and make it look cool. But it's like, how would you make how do you do it, Jimmy?
You better go watch out,
Yes,
man.
yes, yeah. 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 Oh no. Pretty good.
It's totally awkward.
Yeah. It's
so
awkward.
nothing's coming out of it.
Nothing's coming out of it. It's got a little light on the end, and you just have
Like a
to scream.
flashlight?
Yeah, just a little flashlight, and you're just like, ah!
It was great.
But they promised it was going to look sweet, and it does look pretty sweet.
It looks really. They did a great job.
They did
Oh
a
my
good
God.
job. Yeah.
Another thing that fans are loving, by the way, is Jonathan's run. The way he runs. Do you hear about this? Now, did you pick?
How could I not hear about?
I don't know, but did you pick a certain run?
I love, you know. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This
That
is an
was
acting run.
Total character choice.
Yeah, that's not how you run in real life.
Not at all. I don't run like that.
Never.
No.
Just making sure. Let's look at how your character runs.
Hey, Hopper. Nancy!
Did it say
I'll show you.
How do we do it?
Where's the camera?
Go, camera 3.
So this is how I
show me.
run. I'm going to show. I don't run like
No,
that.
this is how you run. Yeah. Yep.
This way, Jimmy. This way.
It's very a great character choice
Thank
by
you.
you. Yeah, no
Thanks.
problem. Let's talk about your other project, by the way. Let's talk about Industry. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're part of another show.
Thank you.
Industry, totally different vibe.
Very different vibe.
Yeah. Is it tough to go from Stranger Things to do a totally different? You've been with that family for years.
Yeah. I would be lying if I said it wasn't. It wasn't scary.
Yeah.
Because you know, you've been on an established cast. It's a very, like you say, very different vibe. And then, joining Industry, it's already established, and you've got to find out how you fit in. And for those who don't know, it's about like the financial world in Britain, and it's about like the worst people trying to like one-up each other for power and wealth. It's like the worst of humanity. So I've been on a show that's about like people coming together, the best of humanity, how we can support each other. And then being like, well, what happens when people just want to tear each other apart? And
that's what this is about. Yeah. Did you know about financing at all before you took this role?
No. Yeah. The good thing is, you can watch it and you don't need to know about finance.
You don't.
You'll watch it and you won't understand it, but at the end, you kind of get it.
Okay, good. I want to show a clip. Here's Charlie Heaton in Industry. Take a look.
Why are you so desperate to get this out of here half-cooked?
Because Paddy Rag and Keith, for someone, will get the scent, and a serious outlet with budget will beat us to it. Look, mate, all I'm saying is the faster we publish, the safer my man will feel going on record. And you know, I have someone who may play ball in corroborating this. You know he's too intimidated to do it electronically.
Well, these guys, they're litigious. So it either goes out with the changes or it doesn't go out at all. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, it, print it. It's a start. But if you haven't got budget for me to go to Accra, I guess I'll book my own ticket, yeah?
Yeah! Charlie Heaton, everybody. All seasons of Stranger Things are available now on Netflix. New episodes of Industry airs Sundays at 9 p.m. on HBO and HBO Max. We'll be right back with more Tonight Show. Stick around, everybody.